All right. Got out to the range, shot some of those heavy bullets made using the trimmer setup. The Forster trimmer with the collet Dima Proc made me. It's working out really well. The consistency and length is nice. The mouths are nice and even, flat. Makes everything much nicer, and it's quick, it's easy, it's a beautiful thing. Getting into this, the heavier ones, I suggest get in touch with him if you don't want to invest in, like a mill or a lathe, or like some people do. I have neither the funds nor the room for those. This I do. Yeah. I use trimmer, whatever he'd charge you for the collet, and, and the right pilot, and yeah, much cheaper and much less space. All right, well, anyway, these first four groups all use the same powder charge. It covered 69 and 77 grain, so I figured that's a good load. Just, it's easy, it covers them all, so easy comparison, I guess. I'm also comparing the bases, flat and rebated boat tails, kind of seeing the differences there with the same powder charge, so it works out. All right, this first group is 69 grain flat base. Now I see based ogive because my experience with 22 long rifle is the bullet length varies because the jackets vary if you don't trim them, and that's a lot to do. But they can vary like 15 thousandths of an inch, rimfire brass. So you run into, if you're trying to go out to mag length, yeah, you measure that one, and then all of a sudden you got some long ones. So I always try to seat them 5 thousandths of an inch below, so that if I hit a long one, it's probably mag length. But with these, I get consistency closer to commercial bullets, which they do vary. They vary 3 or 4 thousandths of an inch in length, and that's about what these are doing, right in that. So much nicer. I can push them out. One of the 77 grains is actually seated basically mag length, and the others are just a little shy. It was just easier to do. Face it, I got lazy. Rounding to the nearest 5 thousandths based ogive versus figuring out what the odd number for the close to mag length is. Like I said, I got lazy. But anyway, I noticed that the base actually affected the seating depth, so that was interesting. Okay, now say 2.220 MOA. I'm shooting at 50 meters because my knees just won't handle that 100-meter walk. Looking surgery probably the end of the year. Yay! I'm so looking forward to that. Oh. Yeah. These are 1.90 based ogive seating depth. I got 2421 average, 41.8 SD, and a ES of 112. Now, keep in mind, these are the first shots of the day. The cold barrel and all that. Whether or not you believe that makes a difference, yeah, I'll say yes because of this one, I think. I don't know which one it was, but these three look good. This group is not unacceptable. That one ruins it. Yeah, we'll go with that. But yeah, that was that one. Now on to the the rebated boat tail. Okay, now this is 1.42 or 424 MOA, which is better. Okay, we have 69 grain RBT, 1.875 inch based ogive seating depth. Same powder charge, 2430 average, 7 feet per second, difference from one round to the next. SD of 22. Oh, that got a lot better. And an extreme spread of 47. That also got a lot better. And that got better. Getting happier. Okay, now on to the 77 grain flat base. Same powder charge. 1.890 base to ogive. 1.380 MOA. 2383 average. SD of 38 and extreme spread of 96. Still, it's not bad. Remember, these are squished together from range scrap. You know, they cost 1/10 of a cent each, roughly. So, price to performance, this is still not bad. You know. Okay, let's see. What do we got? Oh, did I go over that? Yeah, 2383, 38, 96. On to the next. The RBTs. This one fell apart a little bit. Started out okay, and then okay, these are 1.875 base to ogive, which is the same as the 69 grain RBT. Interesting. Same powder charge. 2.451 MOA. Let's see. 2405 average, 42.4 SD, and an extreme spread of 104. Not great. Could be worse, but you know, unimpressive nonetheless. Okay, now we switch over to H335. 69 grain flat base, 22.5 grains of H335, using the same seating depths as before. 0.857 MOA. I'm happy with that. We're sub MOA now. 10 for a penny, folks. Keep that in mind. Sub MOA. The right powder and a good charge behind it, and yeah, good groups can be had. 2533 average, SD of 29.7, extreme spread of 76. I'm very happy with that. That's a good starting point. If that can be fine-tuned to be better, ooh, that's very promising. Okay, on to the RBT. Oh, we got some string in here, folks. This is the only one not following suit in the string. But yeah, this is not pretty. 2.637 MOA. This should say 22.5. I gotta go back and fix that. Typo. Yeah, but yeah, that should be the same as the last. 2445 average, 25.6 SD, and 67 extreme spread. The numbers don't indicate this, but you know, I find that sometimes things flip. The numbers look good and the groups don't, or the groups look good and the numbers don't. You just never know. Okay, 77 grain. This is not too bad. We just missed MOA, 1.023 MOA. I mean, I'm pretty happy with that. I'm plenty happy with that. These are flat base, 23 grains of H335. 2431 average, 49.8 SD, and a 116 extreme spread. Yeah, 116 extreme spread. The group's tighter than the last one, which was 67. Wow. Yeah, not bad. A little fine tuning, maybe that shows some potential. I'm quite happy with that. I was gonna say something and I can't remember what. Of course, down to the rebated boat tails. Again, 23 grains of H335. This one fell apart. This one, 4.237 MOA. It just, and wait for the numbers. It'd be like, why? Why does it look like that? 2431 average, exact same average as the flat bases. Exact, both are 2431. That's not chrono error. Very interesting there. Now, the extreme spreads. This is a 20.1. Much better. or I'm sorry, standard deviation. Extreme spread 54. Much better. Both of those are halved over the flat base. The numbers say this should be, better than the last group, and it is not. I don't know what happened. Is it me? Is it the rounds? Good question. But yeah, kind of disappointing. Okay, these next ones I went with AR Plus because it has 77 grain 556 data. Yeah, I'm like, so why not? We're about to find out why not. AR Plus is 2230-ish, so kind of fast. And yeah, I can't find where one of them hit. The chrono says 5 shots. I can only find 4. And yeah, 6.615 MOA. Not one of my finer moments. These are, if the other two were in there, it'd be like, yeah, okay. I can work with that, but yeah, 23.5 grains of AR Plus. 2614 average, 31.8 SD, a 78 extreme spread. So not terrible numbers, but a terrible group. Not pleased. Now let's go to the rebated boat tails, and it looks a bit better. We have a 3.483, so we went from basically a 6.5 to a 3.5 MOA, which kind of surprising. I mean, same powder charge, 2602 average, so a touch slower, 12 feet per second. One round to the next. 27.6 SD, slightly better, and 62 extreme spread, a little better, but I mean, probably not the right powder for these, but maybe a different charge, who knows. H335 seems like the winner for, like I said, these are not scientifically chosen loads, just kind of middle of the pack, little higher than middle of the pack kind of thing. Just somewhere to start from, and the H335 just seemed to be a pretty good start. But yeah, I figured show what's going on instead of just look at my shiny new trimmer setup. It's cool, but what can be done to make heavier bullets? It's easier. It's the lengths are very much the same. Nice flat even mouths. It's just much better. The only difference in cost between these and the 22 long rifles are well, you use the range scrap, so that's not it. Is any power you use to trim them. That's it. Everything else remains the same. So even while all that's said and done, you're still at 10 for a penny. I mean, for 77 grain bullets. Now, 17 HR and HMR and 22 Win Mag. The brass is ever so slightly thicker, so that might help things. It's pretty close, but I guess there is a slight difference. And thicker is better. They're not copper jacketed bullets. They're brass. You're not going to get the same penetration, but you will get either grenading or expansion, mushrooming. The longer ones tend to grenade, and the shorter ones, like 22 long rifle stuff, tend to mushroom. You probably work that out with different hardness of alloy. I don't know. The point, different things. You experiment with it. Now, I've seen where people are making lighter bullets from 22 long rifle, and then putting that into a longer jacket that has another core. I can't remember. Is it Nosler or somebody makes a bullet similar to that? Hornady? I can't remember. where it's partitioned. It's basically a partition bullet. I haven't tried that. It's something I should probably try. But yeah, that can be done. That's probably something in the future to experiment with. That would have lots of variables though. How heavy is that, the smaller bullet? How heavy is the longer one, which changes the depth of where the jacket is, which also changes probably the length of the bullet. Wow. My head hurts just thinking about that, but that could be interesting. Yeah. So many. It's a hobby within a hobby within a hobby. But it's fun because you can do whatever you want, really, when it comes to little things like that. And especially depending on the dies you have, what they're capable of. Because some have extra bits or what kind of base it makes. All kinds of fun times, actually. Now, if the trimming is easier, I'm enjoying this more. What I'm doing, since these are small batches, when I'm sizing my cores, I'm not using lube, so I don't have to clean them off, so the weight is consistent, because the lube will change the weight. A little bit more lube will make the core a little bit lighter, and then when you wash it off, little bits are going to come out. You're going to lose a tenth or two of grain versus here it is. It's ready to go. And that's what I did with these. Now, the smaller bullets where you're kind of, I call it mass production, which, a few hundred at a time. Yeah, it can really be rough after a while with no lube in there. You get more friction. It's a little bit of lead buildup and stuff, and of course with that you're making mass cores, weighing them, separating them, so that's not so much of a consideration versus small tailor-made weight matched cores to the jacket for your target weight. I've probably made 50 of them plus the experiments getting up to it, so 75 or 100 without any lube, and it's been fine so far. But you start making 1,000, I don't think that's going to go so well. So yeah, little things to consider. It's a fun hobby. If you want to make the heavier bullets, this the Forcer trimmer with custom collet is nice, and it's like I said, it's a whole lot cheaper and smaller, much smaller than either a lathe or a mill. So yeah, it's worth considering if Demo will make them for sale. All right, well, at least we know there's some potential here. I guess I should gel test some. With the knees, I really haven't felt like dragging the gel and the tables and stuff out. And I did make some up a couple of years ago and shot them in gel, and they tended to fragment. So I have an idea of what these will do, but maybe next year feel up to it, because both of them need to be done. Oh, one straight to full and one upgraded from partial to full. Really not looking forward to all the pain and suffering, but it's got to be done. All right, well, this gives us an idea of what's going on, and hopefully it's of interest and maybe of some help to some of you out there. All right, I'll leave you that. Have a good one. God bless. See you.